Today on the channel, I'll be talking about Google's new link checker tool they built into Google Ads Editor. Hey, Ed here from 10,000 Foot View, and I've got another Google Ads quick tip for you today. Just before I jump in, a reminder to please like our content and subscribe to the channel. We post about Google Ads at least once every week. Okay, so I mentioned right off the top that Google has added a new link checker tool to Google Ads Editor as of a couple months ago. And it's a really good tool, and it's something that would have been nice to have a long time ago, to be honest. So there is, a lot of advertisers use Google's link checker script that runs inside of Google Ads, and it'll check your ads and your site links to see if the link is valid and hitting a valid landing page. But the problem with that tool is it only checks a link once and it never checks it again. So, after an initial run through for your entire account, links only be checked again if you create a new ad or a new site link. Once they're checked, they get flagged as checked. So if you have a landing page that's working today and goes down tomorrow, well, that link checker script's not going to be useful to you. So just be aware of that. But this tool allows you to periodically check your entire ads account in one go to see if any broken links are there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you a demo of this because the tool basically displays like loads of account information in terms of like the client name, website, and all that. So I can't practically do it. It'd basically be a blacked out screen anyway. But I will kind of walk through kind of what the features are, so at least you can understand that. And I will post um, maybe a screenshot or something. I'll figure that out later. Okay, so to use the tool, basically you're just going to load up Google Ads Editor and open the account of interest. And then you're going to go into the Tools menu and you're going to click on Check Links. That's going to present you with a dialog box where you'll be able to select which campaigns you want to include in the check. And this is handy because you probably don't want to check paused campaigns that may have old assets that no longer have active landing pages. So it's just a way to avoid a bunch of false positives. But you can absolutely select all of your campaigns if you wish. And then you do have options for choosing the different types of URLs, which would be final URLs and or final mobile URLs. And then you can also, whether or not you've selected to or chosen to include active or paused campaigns, you can also check whether or not you only want to test active items. So for example, a paused ad, if you said check active items only and don't check paused items, then that paused item would not get checked. And then there's another checkbox for only checking edited items. And I believe that the way that works, and I don't have documentation, is that that would check items you have changed inside of Editor, but have not yet synced up to the Google Ads account. So that's great if you've made a bunch of changes that you can kind of check your work before you post that. There are advanced settings as well. So you can like set your success codes. You can have a timeout. It's defaults to 2,000 milliseconds. You can force a recheck. So there's a lot of things built into this. So it really does have a lot of utility. Anyway, once you've kind of got all the settings where you want them, you just click run on that, and it usually only takes a few seconds. And the one I'm testing right now is a very large account. And you will get a pop-up dialog that shows you the results. In this case, 139 passes of unique URLs, 39 fails, shows you the time it took to run, which was 2 seconds. You can then filter the report to show just the failures, just the passes, or all of them. And you can export this to a spreadsheet, which is handy if you need to go and work on those, correcting those links. The other thing that this gives you is the response code, right? So 404 not found, host not found, 409 conflict, and that kind of thing. So it does tell you the type of error and the failure reason. So it kind of a 409 conflict is an invalid response code. So it gives you those details. The one big gap in this tool, an issue I have with it, is it does not at all reference the assets associated with the broken link or the successful link for that matter. So that means effectively, while you do have a list of broken URLs, you have no idea what ads or what site links those are associated with. So you're going to basically have to go track those down in your account. I mean, there are different ways. You know, you can basically just do a filtered view and look up the final URL attribute equals. So you can kind of go through it that way. And obviously, if you have a small account with one campaign and 5 ads, it's not going to be hard to find. But if you have 100 campaigns, then this tool, while informative, it's not that easy to work with in terms of the results. So I do hope in future versions of this that we do get the ability to show which assets are associated with those. That would be really nice. Anyway, but that said, I mean, this is a fantastic tool, particularly for a first version. I expect that it will get a little bit better in time, hopefully with that feature that I suggested. But it is great to have, and most advertisers are not aware of this because there hasn't been a lot of publicity. But anyway, hopefully you found this video useful and you will find this tool useful. That is it for me for today, and I will see you next time.